Hello, everyone. Thank you for finding time and gathering today, attending this webinar. And as we gather for this drone-tastic webinar, let me introduce you to the agenda and to our speakers. So, after my introduction, Alexander Lewandowski will give a brief overview of SPH engineering, and then there will be three parts: Lumineer, SPH engineering, and Q&A session. And during presentations, you're encouraged to write your questions in Q&A chat, as well as afterwards asking questions. And fly me to the Zoom, as in Frank Sinatra's song goes. We're thrilled to have with us our speakers, Chris Batman, who is the general manager at Lumineer SPH partner. And Chris has been at the forefront of shifting Lumineer to more commercial focus. And among numerous talents of Chris, I can mention that he has got the talent of developing teams and improving efficiency. And we are really excited to hear the insights on state-of-the-art Lumineer drones today. And of course, we're happy to have with us Ilse Bazalevska, who is the lead sales manager at Drone Show Technologies, SPH Engineering. And she possesses extensive experience in providing our clients with top-notch drone show solutions. So we're again very happy to listen to her insights. And of course, you're welcome to ask questions. And of course, we're very happy to have with us our true visionary leader, Alexander Lewandowski, who is the head of Drone Show Technologies at SPH Engineering. And one of his career's highlights is that he has taken part in the greatest, and he has taken part in launching the greatest drone shows, for example, Super Bowl, yeah? But one of the most important things, speaking about Alexander, is that he has built Drone Show Technologies almost from scratch, of course, supported by the team of talented and devoted professionals. So, Alexander, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Julia, for the introduction. Welcome, everyone. So maybe first a bit about us as a company. So SPH Engineering is a global provider of UAV software solution, integration services, consulting, and custom development to expand drone applications. So we're located in Riga, Latvia, European Union, Baltics. We're 10 years old. We have a wide network of partners in 150 plus countries. Over 50% of our partners are located on North America. And today we represent only one part of SPH Engineering product line, and this is Drone Show Technologies. So personally, I like this story. 8 years ago, a potential customer found our software, UgCS is our mission planning software, and asked us, hey guys, could you make a performance for more than one drone? And we said, yes, let's do it. So we designed a drone for the show and the first version of our software. So after a few months, we performed the first 20 drone show in American amusement park. Today, our customers could manage more than 1,500 drones simultaneously in 65 countries. So what's a drone show industry today? First, the market is growing steadily. The market has reached 180 million in 2022 and has grown by 4.5 times compared to 2021. Our customers launched over 50% of all drone shows in 2022, which is excellent news for the industry. Yeah, I see we have a diverse audience today, consisting of our existing customers who have successfully launched drone show business. Hey, Andres, Patrice, Rick, Mark, and who are new and planning to launch their first commercial drone shows this year. Danny, hello. So we wish all our customers the best of luck in their shows. Of course, the main challenges facing the industry are the creation of competitive hardware, uncontrolled price speculation among new players, and of course, safety. So safety for conducting shows is a foundation for the development of the industry. And you know, there is a pleasant trend for us that companies which historically produce their own proprietary drones and the software are transitioning into our ecosystem. So we work with various drones and authorized drone manufacturers. So we realized that we support 35 different platforms, and one of our new authorized drone manufacturer is Lumiere. Welcome to the family, and let us hear more from Chris, Lumiere's general manager.
Okay, so and we're giving the floor to Chris.
Wonderful. Thank you, Julia, and thank you, Alex, for that wonderful introduction. Let me go ahead and pull my screen up here. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time again to come and sit down with us today, so I can introduce both my company to the SPH family, as well as all of you showrunners and potential showrunners. A little bit of background about us as a company. We're actually one of the oldest drone manufacturers worldwide. Our company was founded over 11 years ago, and since then we've become the largest distributor of drone parts and drones in all of North America. We've actually been assembling thousands of drones each year, all right out of our Sarasota, Florida location. And again, we are just a leader of both quality and high performance drones. Many of you who are familiar with our business, you know, we're very well known for our components. So on our end, antennas, electronics, frames, batteries are all systems that we're very well known for. However, a couple of years ago, we began a general pivot to integrated systems and larger commercial platforms. So again, we're very well known in the drone space for our component lines. Antennas, electronics, frames, batteries are all things that we've been known for some time. However, about 6 years ago, we began a general pivot in the commercial space to more integrated systems and commercial platforms. Within the past 2 years, we've actually launched a number of different verticals. And this is something I think that, you know, is really relevant in this space because us as a hardware provider, while this is a new product for us, you know, we have been developing integrated systems in the public safety space, education, cinematography, and now entertainment for a number of years. And we're really excited to bring this product to market in collaboration with SPH Engineering. Before I go into show off some of the features and additional special effects capabilities of this drone, just a very high level overview of the capabilities of the drone. We have a best-in-class GPS built into this system. It is an F9P based GPS, meaning that, you know, for you showrunners, you're going to be able to take advantage of all 4 major satellite constellations. There are additional features such as industry-leading LEDs. We can confirm after some extensive testing with SPH Engineering, this is currently the brightest light show drone in the world. That's 6 times more so than the IFO. But almost more importantly than that, the LED that we have designed is capable of a true cinematic frame rate of 24 frames per second. meaning that the complexity of the animations and the creativity your animators will be able to bring to the show space are going to be drastically improved from what you're able to see through the other hardware manufacturers. Remote power on off is a desirable feature, putting the drones into a sleep state after you've uploaded your path files, and then being able to go ahead and awaken your fleet prior to show start. But then also not forgetting the optimized powertrain, which allows for a true 25-minute flight time when you guys are conducting your shows, meaning that you have all kinds of additional flexibility with this hardware platform, and the ability to either run multiple small shows off of the same battery pack, or if you're in front of a large spectated group, being able to run a true 20-minute animation with a true 25-minute flight time. And this isn't a hover test inside. These are true animations, and I'll be able to show that to you here in some of the upcoming videos. So I'm going to go ahead and kind of scroll through this just so everyone can see what these additional capabilities really bring to the show space. I think it's important for everyone on the call to be aware, Lumineer, we are very much a hardware manufacturer. So this show was actually created by SPH Engineering for us in order to demonstrate the vehicle's capabilities. And I think you're going to get a very good feel as to the additional cinematic effects that you're going to be able to bring into the show space with a system of this caliber. So here you have a true strobe and overdrive feature, meaning that not only can the drone handle these incredibly large path files, but you're able to actually take advantage of the LEDs in new and creative different ways compared to any of the other hardware manufacturers available. The LEDs themselves strobing 24 times per second, and with a true dedicated white LED, meaning that you have the ability to take advantage of the full spectrum of color, relative to some of the other manufacturers where it's more of a blend and a purple hue. And then you can see here, you're able to take advantage of the drone in a different way, and that even just having the drones in a stationary position, by altering those frame rates, your animators have all kinds of additional creative capabilities. And again, we're currently using an H7 based processor for our flight controller, meaning that we're actually only taking advantage of roughly 30% of the total processing capabilities of that flight controller. So we believe that this platform is very forward looking at an investment level, meaning that as the animation capabilities continue to improve through DSS, this hardware platform will be able to support all of those extra capabilities. Whereas what we believe in the other manufacturers that, the shows that you're able to run with those drones, just because of the flight controller and the lower quality GPS system, really they're as good as they're going to get when you make that initial purchase. The drones themselves are built faster than our other manufacturer competitors within the family. Currently you're able to run up to 10 meters per second horizontally, or 5 meters per second vertically or descent. And again, just highlighting the different ways that you can take advantage of the increased frame rate as well as that intensity. And I think that's particularly relevant for everyone on the call, because I've learned how important it is that digital content is a part of your revenue streams. So as you guys conduct these shows, what you can expect is a higher quality of digital content relative to the other manufacturers, and that this is the brightest light show drone available for purchase. Transition over to a 100 drone show. I won't play the full 22-minute clip here, but I will start to show you what that looks like in terms of the full animative capabilities. You have smooth transitions throughout all of your animations, and you have ultra reliable GPS position accuracy. And I think it's important for everyone to be aware on the call of exactly what that means for the years moving forward. Obviously, one of the biggest things that impacts GPS quality is magnetic interference, and that is entirely outside of our control. It's an environmental factor. So while you have a 4-satellite system here with an F9P GPS. When you have increased solar activity, some of the shows that you've seen that have kind of gone wrong, like the one in Australia, that actually coincided with a large solar event, meaning that this drone has the advantage over the other manufacturers, and that we're able to make sure that you have, up to, at times 30 different satellites and almost a true RTK lock in every environment. And we actually were able to validate this just last Thursday in a 300 drone show demonstration where we had a KP value of 7, meaning that the geomagnetic interference that day was incredibly high. And this is important to you all as showrunners, because obviously when you go out and you book the show, these kinds of environmental factors become incredibly important in making sure that you're able to, one, just run the show, but then also more importantly, that the show is conducted reliably and every drone, making it back safely. And here's another excellent example of the increased frame rate and how you have smooth color transitions that are able to take place throughout your animations with the capabilities that this drone offers. In terms of system architecture, we have gone and tested, we fully validated the drones in terms of scalability. So I will be able to share a 500 drone show next Thursday with the global drone show community, and we're going to be excited to put out that video. I will go ahead and play just some more snippets from a 300 drone show demonstration that we conducted just last week. And again, you could just get a real good feel for the complexity of animation and the reliability of position that you're able to offer with this system.
I like this part.
As do we. And there's real smooth, seamless color transitions. So we have fully and thoroughly vetted this powertrain solution. We do know that we are capable of running shows just in excess of 25 minutes. However, environmental factors do need to be considered. And in truth, we are going to recommend that a 25-minute show in terms of true flight time, including takeoff and landing, included within that 25 minutes be considered. But this is a system that we're very excited to have been able to partner with SPH Engineering on and have brought to market. I'll kind of bring it back to a high-level overview here through our PowerPoint. So again, highlighting the differential capabilities of our system, a true 25-minute flight endurance capability. In terms of luminosity, not only a true white dedicated channel, but LEDs that are 6 times brighter than the next brightest LED drone available on the market commercially. We've touched on remote power on off being an additional feature that's a convenience for showrunners. However, the systems themselves are built incredibly tough. They are built for weather resistance and repairability. And there's a couple of reasons why. We really do consider that as you guys look at investing in different systems, repairability should be at the forefront. And you should also be able to operate these systems in a variety of weather conditions. So in some product photos I'll show here in 2 slides, what you're going to see is that the electronics themselves are fully encased within this vehicle. Meaning that water physically cannot ingress into any of the sensitive compartments. And while we won't recommend running a show in any kind of a downpour, as you've probably lost your audience at that point, we have flown the drone for up to half an hour in a Florida torrential downpour. And that's something that we're really excited to be able to offer to everyone. And that, when you go through your show setup, if you have a brief rain coming through, you'll be able to leave this system set up without any fear of damage to the electronics, which makes things easier for the showrunner overall. An additional feature, one of the things that we're very well known for in the space, especially on our commercial and e-commerce sides, is our battery chemistry. We're actually 10% more efficient than other leading manufacturers such as Gen-Zase, and it's a slightly proprietary chemistry. And what you're able to achieve is on average 10% more than what you can find with the additional compared to the other manufacturers, excuse me. You can expect to get a full 200 life cycles out of this pack before you start to see that energy density diminish. And we're really excited to be able to bring this battery as well to the market as a part of this development. Come back to this one. So in terms of additional accessories, these are optional items that we're going to include for you guys as showrunners, convenience items for things that we feel will help you guys scale your businesses, particularly new showrunners. This swarm charger in particular, a 16 bank charger that's capable of running both 110 and 220, meaning that you can plug this in anywhere globally with the right adapter. You're able to both charge and discharge batteries with this solution within about 40 minutes on both cycles. So we believe that this is particularly attractive for new showrunners who are looking to scale their systems and stay away from traditional hobby setups. That being said, for anyone who is interested in a purchase, if they do not proceed with the Swarm Charger, we will include additional charging setups as a part of that bundle package. We've also partnered with another third party known as Zarges. They do battery transportation. And what you have here is a fire retardant packaging solution. You're able to carry 30 or 60 batteries, depending on who's carrying it, in this case solution. But the idea being that this is an option to assist those who are traveling primarily as showrunners over the road and making sure they're able to move those packs safely from site to site. And then in terms of additional features, the universal battery bays themselves, they are fit to our pack size. That being said, they are compatible with any LiPo system. So for showrunners who have already invested in other solutions, if you're looking for something easy to scale, really the battery that we've introduced, as far as we know, relative to the other manufacturers in this space, would be able to fit any battery currently used by drone show providers, as well as a convenience item and a USB charger. I just want to thank everyone for letting me introduce you guys to the Aurora and the system. I think at this point, I'll turn it back over to Julia.
Okay, thank you, Chris. We appreciate a lot your presentation, and just some joke in between. So somebody asked one person, why did drone become a master of aerial ballet? And the answer is because it came with high flying choreography capabilities. So, and I would like to give the floor to our lead sales manager, Ilse Mazalievska, who will present drone show technology solutions. You're welcome.
Okay, good day, everyone. First of all, I want to say thank you, Chris, for introducing your technology, and also thank you, Alex, for sharing the statistics and providing such a good insight of the current situation in the drone show market. Before I dive into details and explain more about our solution, I would like to emphasize that we are not merely a software provider. We offer a much more extensive assistance to all of our clients and provide you with many more tools. So to have success in drone show business, it is not only related to finding the right hardware and the right software and then making the shows. There are so many more aspects to take into consideration. And if you are a complete newcomer to the drone show industry, you might not even be aware of all that. So in order to succeed in the shortest time possible, guidance of experienced players would be much appreciated. So with this in mind, we created this drone show community, and specifically drone show community forum for our clients. And this is where you can learn from other business providers around the globe and to see how they market this service. This forum also serves as a networking tool to find short or long-term business partners to join your fleets and to be able to perform larger shows. In these forums, we also post some requests from potential clients who are looking for drone show as a service. So you can get in touch with them and offer your services. And from our experience, it's always so much easier when you have all this help and resources available just in one place. So if we talk about ourselves as a team, then Drone Show Software has been in business since 2016. So currently we have clients in more than 75 countries. And we have over 300 trained professionals who use Drone Show software for their shows, and overall more than 15,000 drones that are powered by our software. Also, when I talked about the Drone Show community, I wanted to say that we don't only refer to customers who provide drone shows. In Drone Show community, we also collaborate with professional and experienced animators around the globe. So if you don't have a designer on your team and you are in need of professional animators, we can also put you in touch. So if you are thinking about starting your own drone show business, you might be wondering, like, where can I do drone shows? Who would actually need this kind of business and service? Who could be my customers, which we understand are very valid questions. That's why here I would like to present just a few options of where the drone shows are currently used. And then you can decide which approach fits you the best. So here in this slide, you can see that we can divide drone shows, first of all, as a standalone event. And secondly, as a part of integrated performance. So now I will go slide by slide in like explaining a little bit more each of the cases. So first of all, when you use drones as drone shows as a standalone event, you can use it for different marketing purposes, like something that we call marketing in the sky. In my next slide, I will go more into detail about it. But you can use drone shows also for different public entertainments. Let's say you can team up with local governmental institutions and do drone shows for like New Year's Eve, or for example, Christmas event, or just for like city anniversary or city celebrations with the local council. So many opportunities there. Then, of course, you can use drone shows in private celebrations, like weddings, marriage proposals, anniversaries, birthdays, also for like smaller corporate events, for like smaller company anniversaries as well. As well, you can use it for different entertainment programs in resorts, or, for example, in theme parks, like for Disney. So many opportunities to use it as a standalone event. So here was this marketing in the sky. I want to talk about it a little bit more separate because we feel that many of our customers are using drone shows exactly for this, for different marketing purposes. For example, they might be different, like bigger brands for their campaigns that would use drone shows as a more innovative way of presenting their new business lines. Or for example, when a company launches a new product and they want to give like more visibility to the product, they would also use drone shows. And definitely for advertising, many companies would like to have QR codes that you are actually able to scan, and that would redirect you to the company's webpage, or you can create logotypes of the companies and just give overall more visibility for the big brands. And now we have some ways when the drone shows are not only drone shows, but they are integrated with other things, like, for example, fireworks, which is also very common because we have some customers that come from fireworks industry, and then they would like maybe to replace in some regions fireworks by drone shows, or maybe just to do both shows like simultaneously. So you can have it separate parts, like separately drone shows, separately fireworks, or you can unite this concept, since in software it has this time code which allows you to synchronize drone shows with, for example, fireworks. Or you can use some special technologies when the drones get these fireworks attached to the drone as a payload. But in this case, you should need to check local legislations to see, because in many places it's not legal. So you would need to check that first. Other options is that you use drone shows integrated with lasers and different projections. Like here you have some samples for like some recent events as well. Another thing is, yeah, for maybe music festivals. Let's say you have a big brand or a famous singer coming on the stage, and maybe before he or she comes on the stage, you perform a big show just to welcome them on the stage, or maybe at the end of the concert, you create a really great, amazing drone show just to finalize this event, and that everyone would memorize and remember this concert also because of the drone show. So as you can see, if you are wondering who would ever need drone shows, then this is your answer, that there are many, many opportunities in different fields where you can actually offer drone shows as a service. Now, if you are like very serious about starting your own drone show business, then the next logical question would be, where do I start? What are the steps? So what we have observed through the years of experience in drone show industry is that there is an ever increasing interest, but many potential customers are kind of held back by lack of understanding of what exactly they should do or what to take into consideration to start a successful drone show business. And this definitely can be overwhelming. So with this in mind, we also created this introductory course on how to start a drone show business. And this course gives you like a good understanding of what drone show business consists of and gives you clear steps to take for launching your first drone shows. So basically together with you, we learn four different sections. The first one is like financial aspects of the drone shows, like the necessary initial investment, what are the operating expenses, estimated revenue, profit, return on investment. We also give you advice on the necessary skill sets to look for when you are creating a team. And then we study legal requirements for launching a drone show, and you even get access to Drone Show Creator, which enables you to create some simple animations. And Drone Show Creator is our own simple designing tool. So definitely, if you are new to this industry and you want to quickly learn more about it, of these aspects, then this course is definitely interesting for you. And here in this slide, you can see these 6 steps. So these 6 steps are not necessarily done in this specific order. Some of them can even be done simultaneously, but for sure, all of them are crucial. So in the next slides, I will explain a little bit more about each of them. So first of all is the business model. So together we fill in this Excel sheet, which talks about the initial investment, and then based on the number of drones that you are planning to use for your shows and how many shows you are planning to do per month, we can estimate let's say some potential income for you. As well, we take into consideration different expenses that are related to the shows. And after filling in this information, you have a pretty clear picture of what to expect and when you can get the return on investment done. And at the end, you can also clearly see where all your expenses go, which is like how much percentage is for operational expenses, or what is the percentage of all of this for the profit. And what's most important is you get a clear action plan of what you should do and what is the expected time frame of when you can start your business, and after that, so how long it will take you to actually get the hardware, get the training, and get with your first show, which is something to always take into consideration before you kind of promise a show to a potential customer. These steps are important, and we cover that in our course on our calls if we have a like one-on-one call. Then another aspect that we learn as well is these legal aspects. So these slides are more designed for US customers, but we also have information about like other markets, and some of them are like, there are many similarities between the markets of where you should get the information and what kind of information is needed. So we are talking about United States market. So basically three things, main things to take into consideration. First of all, that you would need to have licensed drone pilots. We recommend to have at least two, because the drone show software is managed from two separate laptops. So that's why you would need two pilots, but by law, it is mandatory for at least one of the team members to have this pilot certification of this like Part 107 in United States. So here you can see also some rules and where to get like information about the documentation, how to apply for it, and when to take the exam. So the second aspect is, of course, the drone registration. So every drone must be registered. And there you can see also registration requirements, like physical address, email address, phone numbers, and also where you can actually get this registration done. So I'm just like quickly going through this information, but we go into more depth in our calls. And the third thing to take into consideration is that you would need special permits or waivers. So for drone shows, it is a waiver for swarm operations, because you will need more than one drone during your flights. And of course, the night operations as well. So these are the two main waivers you would need. And as I mentioned before, we provide more than just the software. And so here you can see which elements are included in drone show package. I will go into more detail in the next slides, but you can see that a part of the package, you have this consulting, which is more related to the information I just said about the financial aspects, legal aspects, and also access to drone show creator, which is about creativity. Then, of course, the software and hardware package, as well as training and technical support. So to briefly introduce the drone show software, as I mentioned, it's like two separate parts. It has, so one is drone show software, which allows you to manage the drones during the show. And another one is Red Button, which allows you to send emergency commands and to make adjustments needed during the show. So we also have our own special firmware that allows to analyze different potentially like dangerous cases or events, and then you can take like decisions accordingly to prevent that. So our package includes a training, which is mandatory. So currently we have trained more than 300 professionals around the globe. And the training consists of 3 days and roughly 4 hours a day. So you have several options for that. You can take it offline, meaning that your team, up to 4 people, can come to Latvia and we can train you here. Another option is that you take the training online through Zoom, and we give you the recording of the training that you can use after that for your like other team members training purposes. Or there is a hybrid version that, for example, more theoretical parts of the training you can cover online, and other ones like offline on site. And yes, after you have completed the training, you definitely need to pass the exam, which basically consists of you flying your first show, obviously without the audience, just our engineer who is checking if you are doing everything correctly. And then after that, you would need to conduct this online test and pass the exam. So if everything goes well, you pass the exam, we will issue a certificate that would certify that you are now able to use drone show software and manage like drone shows. Another important thing that we offer is support. So we have highly qualified support team. So you can access us through email, or for example, in more urgent cases, we also have a designated for that WhatsApp account where you can reach us. And also if you need, like, let's say, online or offline assistance for your first shows. So we can also arrange that and be like support you during your first shows to kind of bring more confidence to your team members. And in this, this joint webinar, we wanted to present you with a premium solution for your drone show business. So first of all, this premium solution includes an excellent drone that offers you up to 25 minutes show time with considerably brighter LEDs. And combined with reliable software, drone show software, that is used in more than 75 countries and has proven itself in hundreds and hundreds of successful shows. And these are some examples from this relationship between Lumineer and Drone Show. So Chris already showed some videos from two demo shows that were done with 100 and 300 drones, but here you can clearly see the difference of how the logotype of a company. So this is our company logotype, Drone Show Software, and this is how it would look in the sky with drones by using 100 drones. And here you see a sample of how that would look like with 300 drones. And the same we have here with Lumineer as well, using 100 and using 300 drones. So this is for you also to visually being able to compare when you are dealing with a potential client who says, we just need a logotype, 100 drones is enough. And this is kind of that you can show, yes, 100 drones might be enough, but with 300 drones, you definitely get a better feel of the logotype, and it's looks better for sure. And here's the last thing that I wanted to talk about is this amazing event. So a few years ago, we started an international drone show competition, which we now hold every year in November. So last year we had participants from 31 countries, and they were competing in 5 nominations, like the best drone show animation, best drone show storytelling, best drone show at the event, best promotional drone show, and the best integrated drone show with fireworks. So altogether, like 15 winners were selected. And this summer, the winner of the category best drone show animation, together with Flock Drone Art, will perform drone shows at the International Drone Show Festival. So what I want to say that this competition is a great opportunity for everyone to show your talents and gain more visibility in the drone show industry. So I highly recommend you to take part in this year's competition. So this is basically everything from my side. So I hope that this webinar so far has been like very useful for you. And if you have any questions, please let us know in Q&A section, and we will do our best to reply them.
Thank you, Ilse, for enlightening our presentation. And I suppose now we'll come to the most exciting part, integral part, interactive part, where our participants can speak out and ask the questions, and our speakers will answer them. And those questions which won't be answered during this webinar, we can send them answering in email. So.
Okay, I see a question. I think it's more for Chris. It's from Ahmed Rumel. Do you guys have any rental options? Would you like to answer that, Chris?
Absolutely. So one of the things that we're really focused on is, offering new and creative solutions to everyone as show providers. So I can't say that we're going to do that with 100% certainty today. However, it's highly likely that that is included as a part of an extended warranty program.
We have a lot of questions regarding regulations, and for example, Andreas asked about MOC 2511 compliance. So we have, Chris, I guess we should double check the compliance with MOC 2511, but currently Lumineer Drones has kill switch as well. So yeah. And here as well, I see a lot of questions, yeah, about the registrations and how to get the permission. So currently we have a part of our program, how to get a registration, how to get the permission in Europe and for sure in States as well.
So I think on this side, just some of the questions that came up earlier in the presentation. What is the longest animation that could be run, not including takeoff and landing? Is it 20 minutes, as the presenter mentioned? So there are a lot of factors that play into that as a showrunner. And that's something that we're learning all of the time. It really depends on what your standoff distance is, how far you're moving the drones in front of your crowd. However, the drones themselves are capable of a true 25-minute flight time with a 10% battery reserve. So you are able to run, full 20-minute animations, buffering in about 2.5 minutes for your takeoff and landing sequence, depending on where you're positioning the drone. Also, there were a few questions regarding wind resistance. All of the demo shows that I showed here today were conducted right here in Sarasota, Florida, and we have the benefit of it being a naturally very windy environment. So yeah, all those shows were recorded in wind conditions of 10 to 25 miles per hour.
Sounds awesome. Yeah, I see another question. Do you have support permission in the UK? So Miguel, thank you for the question. So right now we have, I guess, 3 customers from UK. We supported them to get a permission in UK. So I guess we have direct contact with UK authorities. So we have this thorough documentation, which allows to our customers to get the permission. So if you have like questions regarding how to get the permission in UK, so we can just don't hesitate to put your email address to ugcs@ugcs.com. So we will consult you how it looks like in reality. Yeah, can Lumiere offer live or demos in Sarasota for the potential buyers? So I guess, Chris, I can answer that yes. So
safely.
Please. Yeah. So just let us know when are you ready to come.
Yeah, we'll be happy to host anybody who's interested in coming on site. We are more than happy to do a full factory tour, show you the operations, the individual quality elements that are built into the assembly of these drones, as well as a live demonstration for anybody who's interested in making the trip down to Sarasota. We'd be more than happy, and we'd love to have you.
Yeah, I see another question regarding, do we have customers in United Arab Emirates? So yeah, we have a few customers there. So one customer perform, commercial shows, and another customer, they have their own balloons companies, and they perform these shows above the desert. So yeah, we have customers across the globe. So right now the question from Akash, what's the lead time to purchase 300 to 500 drones? So currently 800 drones are available and on stock. So another question. So Anish asked, like, I would like to use a set of drones that I have to that I have assembled. Can I create a show using these drones using the drone show software? So no. So we have drone performance requirements for companies who'd like to assemble their own drones. So it should be yeah. So please send your request to our email. We will consult how to do it. So you should assemble your drones according to our requirements. And we have on our GitHub publicly available information about how we see these bill of material of the drones as well. We have all these Gerber files for LED, Wi-Fi modules, so you should to follow to our requirements for the drone. And for sure, it's not like a free of charge program. And if you'd like to, if you're like university or you just like to play with, let's say, 10 or up to 20 drones. So for sure you can, purchase all these components, assemble them together and play with that, but it's not like, successful commercial business. So if you'd like to focus on commercial side of this business, if you'd like to perform shows, earn money, be famous and successful. So I highly recommend you to purchase, drones from authorized manufacturers to save your time and money. Thank you, everyone. I'd like to add that in any fast growing market, there is a window of opportunity, and we invite you to take advantage of it right now. So the growth of the drone show industry is exciting.
Yeah, so with so-called smoothly passed to our closing remarks. And I would like also Chris and Ilse tell some kind of words that they would like to pass to our audience, maybe some desirable steps to take, or whatever you would consider to be useful for the participants.
Absolutely. So first, I would like to encourage anyone who's interested in more informational brochure, please email sales@lumineer.com, and I'll get right back to you to address any of the specific questions that weren't addressed on the call here today. And then finally, I would like to note, one of the things that we're most excited about as a hardware manufacturer is our partnership with SPH Engineering and how expansive, we're going to be able to take that. So while this is the first product we've collaborated on, we do expect many other products in the drone space handling all different kinds of use cases. And we're really excited about working with them to bring this product to market. I also want to mention, relative to the only other US-based manufacturer, these drones are actually assembled here in Sarasota, Florida. But most importantly, we believe very much in the elimination of channel conflict. So while other manufacturers may need to rely on running shows as a major source of revenue, I have this amazing parts business and a number of different verticals commercially, which make us a viable operation. So I will never be competing with you as a showrunner or on a show level. Outside of these demonstrations that we're conducting today, we really do believe that it's going to be the animators and you guys as the showrunners who take this drone to the next level and really show off the capabilities and what it's able to do with all of the increased performance criteria relative to our competitors.
Thank you. Ilse?
Yeah, for me, I will be very brief. So first of all, I hope that it was very useful for you and you gained a lot of knowledge. But if there is something still unclear or you require more information, I really encourage you to reach out to us and just set up a one-on-one conversation, one-on-one consultation where we can go through this business model and just to understand what's your current situation and find the best approach that would work for your specific situation. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much for such an impactful webinar. And finally, I would like to say thank you for our audience who attended this presentation and webinar, and for our Drone-tastic webinar. And of course, next week, approximately on Wednesday, all the participants will receive post-event emailing with the recording of the webinar, emails of speakers, and presentations, so that you can go through and stay in contact.
Awesome.
Wonderful. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.